So, with 1984 poised to become history, the fifth Test match was about to commence at the Sydney Cricket Ground, and for the first time since the start of the first game in the series in Perth, the Australian confidence was sky high. The selectors dropped the unhappy Kim Hughes along with Rodney Hogg and Greg Matthews to make way for Queenslander Greg Ritchie. They reinstated David Boone, and in a move which made many New South Wales supporters jubilant, the spin twins Bennett and Holland were together in the Test match at the SCG. The West Indies had Michael Holding back to match fitness again, so the selectors opted for an all-pace attack, dropping the man who might have been so valuable on this pitch, Roger Harper. We'll pick up play now in the final test in the third over. The score's no wicket for 3. Michael Holding is the bowler. Graham Wood is taking strike. Your commentators Bill Laurie and Keith Stackpole.
Hook shot. Safe. Bounces 20 metres to the right of Courtney Walsh, and 4 runs. A positive start by Graham Wood. Gone! Dropped! Straight to Greenwich at Gully. Got both hands to it. Beautiful piece of bowling. That was quick, but it was a catchable catch, and Greenwich put it down. Holding to bowl to Hilditch for the first time. Certainly troubling Graham Wood with his extra pace. Gone! What a catch! Good delivery and a super catch by Dujon.
Well, you just put the mocker on Andrew Hilditch. Bill saying he was looking so good this morning, but an excellent delivery from Michael Holding. Certainly the move by Clive Lloyd to bring Holding on has paid immediate dividends, and what a great catch by wicketkeeper Jeffrey Dujon.
Graham Wood is the batsman. He's facing Garner.
Wood in the air, but wide of Courtney Walsh and into the square leg boundary.
Holding to Kepler Wessels.
And that beats Larry Gomes. Nicely timed by Kepler Wessels, and even with the slow outfield, will pick up a boundary. Kepler Wessels' first boundary, Australia 1 for 31. Wessels picking up that line very quickly. The fact that he had quite a bit of room, slashed it away past point. And that one gets away from Michael Holding on this occasion in the gully. In fact, it almost bounced up and gave Gordon Greenwich the chance to pull in the catch.
Walsh to Wessels.
Once again, Wessels picking that wide delivery and giving it a fearful hammer through the offside. Third boundary to Kepler Wessels.
There's no one out in that area. It's gone for 4. 50 up for Kepler Wessels. Congratulations from Desmond Haynes.
Yes, a lovely shot from Wessels. The trap is not set for him. He latched onto that short ball very quickly. It went running away down towards the boundary just behind square.
Out! What a catch! That is a classic catch, a Coca-Cola bottle of beauty. Desmond Haynes at mid-wicket breaks the vital partnership with a great catch.
Michael Holding bowls to Ritchie.
What a shot. Very confident pull shot there off the bowling of Holding. It's not often you see him hit in that direction, that way for 4. Beautiful shot by Ritchie. It's been a tremendous innings. Just the one chance. Beautiful shot, straight down the ground, going down towards the boundary. Holding will cut this off. Wessels racing back to the third. That takes him to 98. So here goes. Wessels on 98. Well played. This will be it. He's flying down the wicket. Back for the second. A huge cheer from this crowd. Kepler Wessels has made 100 against the West Indies. And what a courageous knock it's been.
Magnificent knock by Kepler Wessels. Always got the idiots who want to come onto the field to spoil someone's great moment. A magnificent performance from Kepler Wessels, a century now against the West Indies. He's made centuries against England, Sri Lanka and Pakistan. Walsh to Ritchie.
Oh, that's a terrible delivery, and he's hit him right in the face. That really did rear up for length. And straight away, Wessels calling to the dressing room. It looks like a nasty blow just below the eye there. That one lifted, reared up and hit Ritchie just below the eye. It looks as if bang on the cheekbone. Well, he's up. There's obviously a little cut there because a little bit of blood. That really was a nasty delivery.
That reared from, well, it was only just short of a good length. Might even have been a good length delivery. Didn't look as though it took a piece out of the top. But that was a very nasty blow. It hit him flush.
And Alan Border deciding to play the pull shot when the ball was pitched in short. Wasn't quite short enough to play that shot, but he's got away with it.
It wasn't a very good shot.
Shot. He really hammered that in position early and clobbered that between the short legs for 4. 2 for 260. And he's got that over the head of the gully, looking for a second and coming for it. Good running. There's no question about Alan Border's tactics since play has resumed.
That's his highest score of the series, and he got there with a thick edge, but he went after it. It's a positive Alan Border.
It's going to be Malcolm Marshall continuing from the Randwick end.
It's a 50 for Border, and a good one too. Steadily improved this series to match the performances he put up in the Caribbean, where he was the outstanding batsman. 50 to Alan Border.
Well, that's played away straight down the ground. There's a grab at mid-on. Well, that brings up Kepler Wessels as 150. What an innings it's been. Full of courage. He's batted out there right since the fall of the first wicket.
Courtney Walsh bounces Kepler Wessels and he whips it away for 4 through mid-wicket. Is it going to stop? Is it going to run into the gutter? It gets there. The first boundary since a quarter to 1, Frank Tyson.
Well, that's brought the Sydney Cricket Ground to their feet.
Walsh to Border.
Slow ball, and he goes for it. It's in the air. Gordon Greenidge is under it. He's gone. The slow delivery. Border trying to hit down the ground. And Courtney Walsh at last gets a wicket, but well played, Alan Border. A welcome return to form and a fighting innings.
His best effort of the series, and I think there's no fault attaches to Border for getting out, because he knew that his side had to force the pace.
Been brought back now at the Randwick end, and he's off his short run initially.
He's bowled him. He's dragged that one back onto the stumps. Kepler Wessels off the back foot, trying to smash that through extra cover. Big inside edge, and dragged it back onto his wickets. Well, that's the end of a great, great innings. So Greg Ritchie, the new batsman, resuming with his score on 30. Straight away, he plays a beautiful shot to square leg. That is a bouncer. And Ritchie confidently back on his toes, hooking it away behind square for 4. Lovely shot.
Ritchie, he'd need to be right on the toes at the moment with his calling between the wickets.
Richards picks up, shies the stumps, and the out of it. He's gone. He's run out by a mile. Well, David Boone has been threatening to run every time he hits the ball. On that occasion, Ritchie decided to go with him. Ritchie could well have sent him back. It was his call, really, because it was behind square on the leg side. But what a brilliant piece of fielding from Vivian Richards.
13 test matches, an average of 18. And the West Indies striking back with some quick wickets.
Oh, he's gone, caught behind. Or did it carry? No, it didn't. Well, a big catch it, and everyone goes up, but Dujon indicating there that the ball didn't quite carry through to him, and so Rickson survives.
And a nice sporting gesture by Jeffrey Dujon then. That would have been his 100th catch in Test cricket. It was a tough decision for the umpire, but quick to signal there that it didn't carry through. And that a nice gesture by the West Indies wicketkeeper.
It's in the air. He's under it. And there's the wicket. Rickson falls to Joel Garner. And the 3rd wicket for Michael Holding.
And once again, a pension for the shot on the onside has brought about Steve Rickson's downfall. He's caught the leading edge straight up in the air, and Joel Garner takes a very simple catch.
Good shot. Boone breaks the shackles with the boundary square of the wicket on the offside.
That's the 6th one from the bat today. And it's the first for David Boone, who really has been struggling here.
It looks very much as if it's the morning after the night before, when we've seen the West Indies in the field early this morning. Number of misfields, snatching at the ball.
On off stump, goes right out of the ground. So David Boone is out 1 short of his 50, comprehensively bowled by the big bird.
Well, he was giving himself room, had been for most of the morning, looking to run that ball down to 3rd man, and the off stump out of the ground, not in behind it, just trying to run it down to 3rd man, the typical one-day shot. Out goes the off stump.
It's a good shot from Murray Bennett, and the outfield slightly quicker here today, and he picks up a well-struck boundary. In the air, Gordon Greenidge under it, and a comfortable catch, almost as easy as the one that he took at mid-off to get rid of Alan Border, and that now gives Murray Bennett a batting average, 1 of 48 in Test cricket. high in the air. Gordon Greenidge again is the fieldsman. That's his third catch, and they've all been fairly simple. That one he had to move a little bit, and that has brought about the declaration by Alan Border. And he'd be pretty happy with the morning's work. The Australians have taken the score from 414 to 471. They've lost 3 wickets in doing so, but the runs were importantly scored quite quickly.
Australia 9 for 471 declared. What a pleasure it is to see an Australian side able to do that against the West Indians. Boone out for 49, Bennett for 23, and Lawson and McDermott, they're hitting lustily towards the end. 9 for 471, and the bowling figures for the West Indies: Garner 2 wickets, Holding 3, Walsh 2, and Gomes 1. Here's Geoffrey Lawson now bowling the first over of the West Indies innings. No runs on the board. He's bowling to Gordon Greenidge, and your commentator is Frank Tyson.
Runs. Lawson over pitching. Greenidge very quick to seize upon that. Driving it away through the vacant offside field. Vacant because so many men are placed in attacking positions, attacking fielding positions behind the wicket.
McDermott comes in to bowl now to Greenidge.
Well, it wasn't the most convincing of strokes. Craig McDermott lets Greenidge know what he thinks of it. It caught the top edge.
Hooks was 2 out, but he finds a gap. That's the way to hook a ball. He rolled the wrist, he put it down. There was a man fine, there was a man square, but Gordon Greenidge in a belligerent mood this morning. He hasn't scored 100 in a test match against Australia. He's playing all his shots. Oh, he's gone, yes, beautifully bowled. That was quicker. The young man with genuine pace on a dead third-day tracks picked up a vital wicket.
Well, tempted him with the hook shot once more. So off goes Gordon Greenidge, caught behind. Disappointment once more for him as he walks off the field.
Craig McDermott the bowler. Richie Richardson takes strike.
Bowled him! Yorked him! Beautiful piece of bowling. Sheer pace. Too good, Craig McDermott. Bowled him as clean as a whistle. First the attempted bouncer down the leg side, and then the perfect Yorker, and out went the off stump. A beauty.
Bennett to Haynes.
Good shot, bad ball. 4 runs. That's what you must do when a guy's looking for extra spin. Pushed it through a bit quicker and shorter, straightened up, and he whipped it away for 4 runs.
Murray Bennett to bowl from the southern or Rambach end.
And he gives Haynes too much room on that occasion. And even with Border back in the orthodox cover position, the boundary can't be saved.
Bennett to bowl to Gomes. Put him down. Sharp chance. In fact, the fielder very bravely was coming forward, Graham Wood.
Yes, perhaps a little bit too keen there, and that one coming at him a little quicker than he thought. One has to be a little careful of getting too close at forward short leg.
Where the ball is not really coming onto the bat is let the pitch do the work for you. Keep the ball up to the bat. Got him. Well bowled. Well bowled. Rolled that over the top of his fingers. Perfectly pitched for the drive. Desmond Haynes went for it, and the sharp chance was accepted by Kepler Wessels.
Holland to Richards. In there, he's out. Go, drop. What a chance. That was straight in. And how could Greg Ritchie drop that?
Well, they don't come any easier than that. Greg Ritchie holding his face there. Anyone that's played cricket, they know what it's like to drop a catch. That was beautifully bowled by Bob Holland.
Appeal for a catch. Murray Bennett thought he had him there, looking for his first wicket. Not out, says the umpire. Well, this is the type of pressure which the umpires find themselves under.
And a real confrontation there between Viv Richards and Steve Rickson. Viv not impressed with the appeal. Steve Rickson saying, well, I thought it was out, I'm allowed to appeal. The big question was, did an edge go onto that pad? Great effort by the bat pad position there. Graham Wood got the hand underneath it. Look at Steve Rickson.
Here's Larry Gomes taking strike to Holland.
And well caught. Beautifully caught there at short cover. Really was a very good effort. Murray Bennett, spin bowling partner. And they have worked well together as bowlers, and they've combined beautifully to get rid of Larry Gomes.
Good piece of cricket. Gomes using his feet was deceived by a bit of fight. It was a nice loop. Didn't quite get to it. We saw the ball spin and bit of surface breakage there, and Bennett took a fine one-handed catch.
Robert Holland now, leg spinner, bowls to Viv Richards.
It's in the air and well taken. Beautifully taken by Kepler Wessels. That ball spun, and Viv Richards followed it. And a tremendous grab there by Kepler Wessels at first slip.
And what a beautiful delivery. The perfect leg break. Pitched just around about middle and off. It bounced, which is very important. He committed Richards to the shot. He tried to glide it through the gully. There was too much bounce and too much spin, and Kepler Wessels in the game. And Bob Holland strikes a vital blow for Australia. Beautiful piece of bowling.
Holland to Lloyd.
That one was short. And Lloyd having no trouble hitting that one away to extra cover. It's a lovely shot. That one spins back also a bit short, and once again almost in exactly the same spot. Lloyd smashing it away. Lawson not quite getting there and having to jump over the fence.
Dujon taking strike now to Bennett.
Dujon goes over the top. A little bit of frustration in that shot, but by Jove, he's hit it well. It's gone right through the sight board. Now that's going to be an interesting. Yes, it's a 4. Actually, I think it's cleared the boundary, but it's gone right through the sight board.
Well, that's interesting. Clive Lloyd chipped the umpire there, and he changed it to 6, but it did actually go through the sight screen. That's safe down the ground. It's a massive hit. Miles over. Well, I'll try yards or metres, but it's still a long way over.
Well bowled, it's gone in the air and well caught. That's a very good piece of bowling by Bob Holland. Lloyd had got after him, he decided to tie him down, and the perfect delivery, and Lloydie's annoyed.
I don't think Clive can blame himself for that. It was a beautiful piece of bowling. It just moved in the air a little bit from the line of the pads across and then spun back. That's one of the best balls Bob Holland will ever bowl. Drift in the air and then spin back sharply. The short leg to take the catch. The man who is trying to thrash him out of the attack.
And an appeal there from Steve Rickson, and he's claimed a victim. Malcolm Marshall just dragging onto the line, and he picks up his 5th wicket in the innings. Jeffrey Dujon, their main hope. He's on 22 not out. I guess he's going to have to take up the challenge a bit. In the air, and Bennett has done it. Finally, he has got his first Test wicket, and what a well-deserved and hard-earned wicket that is.
And what a very good piece of thinking, because he took that man away from short point, Andrew Hilditch, and he put him behind point. We put the arrow up against him to show exactly where he was fielding in the last over, and Bennett has bowled a perfect delivery for the square cut, and it's flown off the top edge.
There's an appeal from Steve Rickson, and Joel Garner is on his way. So that's number 6 for Bob Holland. Joel Garner out without scoring.
That's spun very sharply. Well, I don't think Joel was all that interested in the appeal.
So the ball definitely dominating the bat at the moment.
And that's gone down the ground, someone under it, he's going back, and he takes it. Well taken on the boundary. Well judged catch, moving back. Always had it in control. Good catch by the young man, McDermott. Hit it pretty well. And the West Indies are all out for 163.
What a terrific performance that was from the Australians. They bowled out the West Indians for 163 with a top score of Haynes 34 and Lloyd made 33. And the hero for Australia, Holland 6 for 54 from 22 overs and 7 maidens. Bennett 2 for 45. And this is the first time the West Indies have been asked to follow on in Australia since January 1961. And in fact, it's 6 years since they've been asked to follow on in any match in any country. So that's a measure of the way the Australians have played today. In the second innings, we pick up play now in the 4th over. McDermott is the bowler. He's coming into bowl to Haynes. 7 runs on the board, and Tony Cozier is your commentator.
Appeal, he's gone, leg before. Desmond Haynes out leg before, and the West Indies have lost their first wicket in the second innings with McDermott striking once more. 1-4-7. And Desmond Haynes goes leg before.
Tony's got him. The top spinner has gone straight through Gordon Greenidge as he attempts to cut and knocks the off stump out of the ground. So a marvellous start for Bob Holland in Australia, getting rid of one of the better players of spin bowling in the West Indies side.
Great start for Holland and a rather careless stroke. The top spinner pitched about middle and off, spun a fraction, and Greenidge drawing away, bowled neck and crop. And what a great match Holland is having as Gordon Greenidge departs, and the score is 2 for 31.
Larry Gomes faces Lawson.
Off spinner. Oh, and well caught. A brilliant catch there by Graham Wood. Good slower delivery from Jeffrey Lawson. And Graham Wood making a lot of ground at bat pad.
Beautifully bowled. It was almost an off break. Held it back. Gomes played too early, just kicked a bit, and Wood took a blinder.
Bob Holland has had more success this morning.
But no success there for him. That's a lovely stroke. Classic Richards. It's a beautiful delivery. Beautiful piece of bowling.
That would have been half an inch from the off stump, and a bemused Richie Richardson had every right to look that way. Spun right across him.
He's gone. No, he's not. Well, the players around the bat can't believe it. It's a peculiar shot, thrusting the pad there and hanging in the air. Looked as though there may have been a little bit of bat onto it. The Australians were quite confident. Umpire Mel Johnson turning it down. Full toss, and Richards smashing that one away right off the mid of the bat, running away down to wide mid on for 4. Been a very watchful Viv Richards this morning, but still capable of putting away that over-pitched delivery. Today he's waiting on it a little longer, waiting for the loose one. He's down there, just 1-2 paces there. Nice on drive for 4. Jason Bennett not bowling too many loose deliveries.
In the air again, and again they ask the question. This time he's gone. Well, as we said, it was only a question of time. Gibbs lunging the pad at the ball with the bat right alongside it. And on that occasion, Richie Richardson given out, caught it forward short leg.
And a beautiful piece of bowling by Murray Bennett.
Well, Lloyd's gone for it. Hoiked it into the outfield, picked it up with the turn, the ball coming into him, and he picked it up down to mid-wicket.
You really can pick the right ball to hit.
And Richards now steps down the wicket to put Bennett down to the boundary. So 2 aggressive shots, and that was a magnificent stroke from Richards. 4 for 110.
Thomas, please go.
There's the hook, majestically played by Viv Richards. No question of that hitting anywhere else but the middle of the bat. 9 runs off the over. It's 4 for 119. He's gone down the wicket and given that on a mighty slog. That's gone a long way. One of the great hitters in the game, Clive Lloyd. He really hit that very hard. Nice shot by Richards. Just eased it away, and the timing gets him his 50. So Viv Richards 50, and what a fine innings in difficult circumstances. Innings of a master batsman.
Oh, he's got him, the arm ball. Beautifully bowled. And isn't Murray Bennett excited? Well, he might be. That was a beautifully bowled delivery.
Well, that was one of the best balls you will ever see bowled by a left-arm orthodox spinner. Bennett, who's tried out Viv Richards on the front foot with some left-arm orthodox spin on that occasion, sending him back with a shorter delivery, a quicker delivery. This is the delivery he's been a little bit astray with in this game, but that one pitched beautifully. Just outside off stump, Richards going back, giving himself some room, but it hurried off and collected that middle stump. So a great breakthrough for Australia. The man they wanted out is Viv Richards. They've got him, and the West Indies now 5 for 153.
In the air and safe. Straight hit, straight back over the umpire's head.
And it looks as though Clive Lloyd's going to take the long handle to Bob Holland. Saw him in the previous over try and go after him. He didn't have the success that he had with that delivery.
And that smash by Lloyd over the top of middle.
Bob Holland coming over the wicket, bowling to Dushaw. Got it. Good catch, second attempt. 6 wicket down, and that's good bowling. I'm not too sure Clive Lloyd will be over happy about that. Geoffrey Dushaw and Lloyd, the last 2 of the truly recognised batsmen, and Lloyd needed him to stay there.
And what a magnificent piece of juggling this was, with Dushaw advancing down the wicket, slicing that drive, and Holland tossing the ball up. At the second attempt he got it, and there you are. He said, my next trick will be impossible.
And Clive Lloyd out there continuing with those lusty drives of ease, and that too bringing up his 50. So the crowd on their feet cheering this man in what will probably be, or what is his last appearance at the Sydney Cricket Ground.
Holland to Marshall.
And that's a long hop. He really gave it the treatment. He was on that back foot very early and really hit it hard for 4. He's got that through. Hilditch has done some great work in the covers today, but he couldn't get across for that. And this one will just beat him to the boundary.
Drives. Gone! Caught by Border at cover. Driving on the up. Clive Lloyd's last innings in the Sydney Cricket Ground comes to an end, but what a fine knock it was. 72, driving at young McDermott, didn't keep it down, and opposing skipper Alan Border took the catch.
And the end of a great career for the West Indies captain. 7,515 runs in Test cricket. 72 runs today for him. Be a lot of things flashing through his mind as he walks back to the pavilion for the very last time in Test cricket. Malcolm Marshall there just acknowledging not only the innings but the fine career coming to an end. Probably a tear or two in the eyes of the big cat at the moment. The Australians' true sporting gesture there, just acknowledging the end of a fine career.
Bob Holland relieving young Craig McDermott. Michael Holding. Got him. He's gone. Yes, first ball. Bit of reflection off Rickson. Went to the slip. Vessels, who did the rest, and Holland strikes again.
Well, that's exactly what we suggested, Bill. Craig McDermott, he did the job. He got rid of Clive Lloyd. Immediately, Alan Border, good decision, bringing on Bob Holland, the outside edge, straightforward catch to Kepler Vessels. He's third in the match. Very good piece of bowling, just short of a length. Straight away, this fellow right onto a length. Holding not covering the spin, and Holding picks up a duck.
Two men back on the fence waiting for the straight hit. Garner likes to hit straight.
As the big hit has gone high. And the keeper, Steve Rickson, calls everybody away. And Murray Bennett has picked up his third wicket.
Well, the big bird couldn't resist the temptation. He was going for the big straight hit. The Australians absolutely elated as Bennett straightens this ball, and Garner, perhaps hitting across the line a little bit, skies that ball, and Rickson makes sure it's his, shouts loudly. The decks are cleared, including Joe Garner. 9 for 244.
He certainly is a big hitter. Hasn't got hold of this one properly. Bennett is underneath it, and what a good pair of hands Murray Bennett has got. And that's a fitting way for the Test match to end for Australia. Bennett taking a brilliant catch off the bowling of Bob Holland. Holland gets his 10th wicket for the game, 6 and 4. Murray Bennett played a marvellous part in the Australian victory, which has come by an innings and 55 runs. And Alan Border must be a very, very happy man.
The spinners held sway at the SCG, and the West Indies finally succumbed to an opposing attack, breaking a record run of 27 tests played without defeat. An incredible record which will mark down C.H. Lloyd as one of the world's greatest captains, a role he carried to the end of his Test career with a batting performance when he and Vice-Captain Viv Richards attempted to stave off defeat, but found the task quite impossible. What a remarkable summer it was. The West Indies were right on top in the first 3 Test matches, never looked like being beaten. The Australians fought back under Alan Border in the match in Melbourne, a great job done there to save the game, and they came up to Sydney and won that match as conclusively as the West Indians had won any of the earlier 3. Tremendous performance from the 2 spinners for Australia. Might it be that spin will come back into Test cricket? Well, I certainly hope so. I'm looking forward to the future in Australia at least, where the pitchers might give the spinners a little bit of assistance and perhaps make the fast bowlers work a little harder for their wickets. But you can't take anything at all away from the West Indians. Clive Lloyd's team, the best in the world at the moment, arguably the best there has ever been. I would stack them up against Bradman's 1948 side and Armstrong's 1921 side to England as the best ever to set foot on a cricket field. Certainly, they are the best West Indian side I've ever watched, and it was a privilege to commentate on the work they did in this 1984-85 summer. Well, it's nice to know that I and you and everyone else around Australia has the chance to watch those magic moments again and again and again. And on behalf of Nine's Wide World of Sports and the commentators, thank you very much indeed